12 months ago we did a 2-hour family surf lesson, really enjoyed it, so we bought ourselves a couple of surfboards. This year we've come back to the same place and I want to see if I can teach myself how to surf in a week. And what better place to come than Cornwall? Oh come on Cornwall, how am I supposed to surf that? I thought you were supposed to be a surfer's paradise. Going in. Let's see if I can catch any of these 0.3 foot waves. Well, that was day one done. Got about an hour in the sea, so not a lot of time, but the waves weren't that great anyway. They were only small. There was the odd 2 or 3 that were all right, but for the most part they were hard to catch. The other reason why they might be hard to catch is that I'm using a kid's surfboard. Yeah, I didn't tell you that. We got the kids a couple of surfboards, but they're quite big and they're the foamy type that beginners use, so I thought probably good enough for me. So anyway, that's what I'm using, a kid's surfboard. Can I teach myself how to surf in a week on a kid's surfboard? I love a challenge. Day 2, tiny little waves again today, so I think those tubes are going to have to wait at least one more day. This is the unfortunate result of trying to wear a GoPro on a chesty when you're surfing, a dead GoPro. Yesterday was alright, stood up a couple of times. If you can call it standing up, I think it was more like sort of standing whilst falling, but I got upright. We'll see if we can improve on that today. Let's get it. Not a good day for surfing. Got about 10 minutes out there. Didn't really stand up once. Waves weren't great. This is not going so well. Seems there's a bit of a problem with this video idea, and that is having kids. I love having kids, but it really does limit your opportunities to spend time on your own. And when you want to practice something, if you want to learn how to surf, 10 minutes a day is just really not going to do it, and that's all I managed to get today, is just 10 minutes. The other issue is using this kid's surfboard. I don't know if it's the waves aren't great or the fact I'm using a kid's surfboard. So this video is more like how can a dad learn how to surf on a kid's surfboard 10 minutes a day for a week. Admittedly, that's not a great concept for a video, but you know what? Let's carry on with it. Let's have a little bit of fun and see what happens by the end of the week. Day 3, it's raining, but there are some beastly 3 to 4 foot waves out there, so it could potentially be the best day for surfing. So we're going in. I don't know how much of this I can film, having broken the GoPro. If there's an opportunity to capture a bit of footage, I will. If not, I will update you on how it's gone after. All right, let's go. That was fun. Got stood up a couple of times, although I wouldn't really call it surfing. The times when I felt like I got stood up was when a wave took me the fastest, and even then I still felt the board was wobbling underneath me. I don't know if it's too small, if I'm too heavy for the board. Probably, maybe I need a bigger board, but we got about an hour in there. It was fun. We'll try again tomorrow. Day 4. We're going in for another try. The surf forecast says waves are 2 to 3 feet. The problem is it's looking a little messy out there, so I don't know if we're going to get any clean waves. That's going to be my excuse anyway. Bodyboard or surfboard?
Surfboard.
But first, we need to have a very nutritious traditional Cornish dish to give us the energy.
I love to wake up in the morning, but keep dreaming without wording. The day is gone. And sometimes I take a walk, then I forget about the clock. I can slow down. My friends are sitting laughing, but I just keep on napping. They're knocking on my door, but I'm knocking them down. They say I'm acting crazy, but I just wanna lie in the sun.
That's how it's done. I just need some lessons off Evie.
Lie in the sun. Now I've been to many places and won so many races. I was a child, yeah. But now my only win is now, and my only wear is when I'm by your side. My friends are sitting laughing, but I just keep on napping. They're knocking on my door, but I'm knocking them down. They say I'm acting crazy, but I just wanna lie in the sun.
So we're just cutting straight to day 5 here, because day 4 was just a write-off. It was really rough, squally. I couldn't even get stood up on the board. I suspected, I had a hunch that this kid's surfboard might be a little too small for me. I don't know what gave me that idea. I just thought maybe I should try a bigger surfboard and I might have more luck. So this one is about 6 foot high. It's got a hard bottom again. That makes it harder for beginners. So instead of persevering with this kid's board that may be a little too small for me, I've decided to upgrade to this beast. This is an 8-footer fun board. It's not got a hard bottom, it's all foam. It's the board that beginners would use. I'm hoping that I'm going to get out there today on day 5 and I can get stood up. Finally, I can get stood up and actually surf some waves. So we'll see how that goes. And oh yeah, big waves today. That was much better. That bigger board made a massive difference. I could actually get the feel for standing up on the board. I could get the feel for having the balance on the wave, and I think that's the key thing. You've got to get used to the technique of standing up. So I actually felt like I progressed a little bit for the first time today. On day 5, I had a little bit of progression. Day 6, waves are pretty good today. Having a little go. Stood up a few times. So we thought we'd try something a bit different today. We've come out in the morning instead of in the afternoon, just to see if there's any difference with the tide coming in rather than going out, because the current has been pretty tough to work against the last few days. And I think it is a little bit better. I don't know if it's just a different day, different conditions, but it definitely feels a bit better. And the waves seem a little friendlier to surf today, so it's going all right. don't think it's going to get much better than what you've seen. We've got one more day to go, and I don't think I'm going to become a championship surfer anytime soon. You know what, as long as I can stand up a little bit and I can have fun doing it, then I think I've achieved something. So let's see if I can pull off anything spectacular on the final day. Day 7, my last day of surfing, so by the end of today I would actually quite like to be standing up on the board 7 or 8 times out of 10. I'd be happy with that. It's the warm-up done, let's go and surf. Last morning done, I'm really happy with that. I would say I was getting up about 7 times out of 10. Still got the afternoon to go, but honestly, if that is it for now, no matter how it goes this afternoon, I'm happy with what I've done this morning and throughout the week. Thumbs up to me. Well done, Chris. That wraps up a week in Cornwall, 7 days learning how to surf. Round 2 of today, day 7, went similar to the first part of the day. So I was standing up most times. I was really getting a feel for it. When you're surfing, I think there's 2 difficult things that you have to overcome. The first is being able to catch a wave, is reading the sea and knowing when the right time to start paddling is so that the wave will take you. And then once you've done all that, that's hard enough, but once you've done all that, you then have to try to stand up on the board and keep your balance. It didn't happen every time, but I felt like I was getting faster at it. It was becoming more of an instinctive movement. So I'm pleased about that. I feel like I've built a good base now. If I ever do surfing again, I'm not starting from zero. I feel like I'm going to be building upon what I've done here. I've got it all locked in to my muscle memory. Sorry I couldn't get more footage of me in the sea. On board the surfboard, I had the GoPro, which I trashed on day 1. I cracked the screen. So Helen did a great job trying to get at least some footage of me having a go. I would have loved to have just come here on my own and just had a full week in the sea all day, every day. But I'm on a family holiday, so that wasn't really possible. Maybe it shows you what sort of thing you can achieve when you do come away on a family holiday and you've got maybe, you know, an hour each day. The main thing is I had a lot of fun. My regret is that I didn't hire the board that was right for my height and weight at the beginning of the week. If I did, I think maybe halfway through the week I could have then changed that up for a better intermediate board, which would have been a little bit more maneuverable, and then I could have felt the waves and started doing some turns. I did start feeling it, doing a few turns, so I'm really pleased with the progression I made. That's me signing off from Cornwall. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, you know what to do. Give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you do all that, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.